Hello everyone, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. Okay, I actually can't wait to see what this week holds because the last couple of weeks have been interesting to say the least. Okay, so let's have a look at this week. Let's get right into it. Let's pick a tarot card for the overall energetic influence of the beginning of this week. What do we have for Monday and Tuesday? We have the Page of Cups. Now, this card here, if you look at this man, look how much is flying around him. There's so much going on around him, but his heart is quite open. So when I tune into the energy of this, I'm feeling the energy of emotions, but I'm feeling the energy of, how do I want to explain this? It's like an opening of the heart, but opening of the heart on a new level. So in other words, maybe you've had a heartbreak, maybe you've lost a loved one, maybe there's been a divorce, maybe you've had some element of loss in your life. And I'm feeling a healing with this in the beginning of the week. I'm also hearing outpouring of grief. So you might feel a bit emotional and a bit sensitive in the beginning of this week. It feels like an intense heart opening. This feels like, when you watch like a romantic movie, or where there's a movie where there's heartwarming moments and you feel that like lump in your throat and you get this like warmth in your chest. That's what I'm feeling here in the beginning of this week. But it feels like there's a newness to it, like our hearts are coming alive. Like we're starting to feel again. I get that sort of vibe. Let's get some elaboration from the enchanted map. Let's get some elaboration on the energy for the beginning of this week. This heart opening. Mountain. I'm hearing soften your heart to the situation. Okay. So this card speaks about obstacles, right? But I'm also hearing take the easy route. So whatever it is that is in front of you that feels like an obstacle, especially when it comes to relationships or loss or whatever it is that's triggered your heart here, okay? Try go around it. Don't try climb over this big mountain in front of you. Just go around it. Take the easy route. Now, I'm also hearing, as we are opening our hearts, as we are healing our hearts, things that used to look like enormous mountains before are now going to look smaller, because we're not operating from ego anymore. We're now operating from heart, which is a totally different energy. So I'm hearing surrender your agenda with obstacles in the beginning of this week. So in other words, if there are situations that are testing, troubling obstacles, soften your heart to the situation, right? Surrender your need to be right. Surrender the need for revenge. Surrender the need for wrongs to be righted. They're saying just surrender to the situation, observe the obstacle, just go around it. I'm hearing don't lose heart, and don't let heartache, don't let situations that are not that important let you ache your heart, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's get some elaboration now from the Starseed Oracle for the beginning of this week. I'm also hearing soften your heart towards yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself in the beginning of this week as you consider the obstacles you've been through, the obstacles in front of you now even. Soften your heart, soften with yourself. Nobody's perfect. Okay, let's see. What do we have? I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. How appropriate. It's like as we heal our heart and as we allow our heart to open, it also becomes easier to forgive. Now, I don't really like the word forgive because it's a very loaded word. It comes with expectation. And I don't believe in premature forgiveness, and I don't believe in surface forgiveness. What I like to think of forgiveness to be is releasing. like I'm no longer allowing that situation or that situation to interrupt my peace. So I am releasing those situations that were causing me heartache and pain and suffering. I'm releasing it. I'm no longer giving it my energy. That's what forgiveness means. When we let go of that situation's impact on us, if that makes sense. But I feel like I want to read the message of this card. This is quite a powerful message here. I'm sorry. Okay. It says, we are living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we cannot simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for us. It says to bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively, the shadows, the hate, wounds, separation, severing, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say, I'm sorry, with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the patterning that has got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. Now, that was quite the theme for the past 2 weeks, maybe 3. The undoing of ancestral patterning, the undoing of traumatic upbringings and how dysfunction has been handed down the ancestral lines. We're undoing all of that. And that process is not easy, right? It really isn't. And I'm hearing poverty consciousness, abandonment wounding, all of those wounds that are handed down from generation to generation to generation is what we are now undoing and unraveling. And that's why a lot of us have also been so triggered recently, is because it's those old woundings that are coming to the surface. So if you're finding yourself on like a loop here where you might be looking at your life and thinking, well, the way I'm feeling now, what I'm experiencing now is what I experienced years and years ago, 10 times already, and here I am back again, okay? No, you're not back here again, okay? It's just a similar situation that reminds you of those times, that is merely inviting you to respond differently this time. So if you're finding yourself feeling quite triggered at the moment, please understand that, as it's Dr. Gabo Mate is, if it's hysterical, it's historical, okay? So whatever is triggering you or breaking your heart open at the moment, bless it and thank it, because it's giving you the opportunity to react and respond differently this time. That is how we break a pattern, people. That is how we actually heal, is by responding differently, responding in better ways than what we've responded before. Okay, so that's the beginning of this week. Wow, we're like hitting the ground running. So I'm asking, what's the I'm sorry? Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing then what you now know. You didn't know better. Let go of the past. I'm hearing set yourself free, set your soul free. They're bringing me back to this picture here where his heart is wide open. Never mind what's going on. He's wide open, right? He's not letting himself become hardened to the world as well. That's a very profound message. Okay, let's see. What do we have? They're showing me cracking open. We are being cracked open at the moment. So don't beat yourself up for feeling emotional, for feeling sensitive. Just let it flow, let it be. But just see that The sky is not falling. Whatever's going on around you, the sky is not falling. You are just shedding and releasing years and years and lifetimes of patterning. Okay? We get to do things differently now. We have the freedom to do so. All right, let's see. What do we have for the middle of this week? We have the 10 of Cups. Isn't this a beautiful card? This card speaks about happy times, harmony, family happiness, happy home. I'm hearing community as well, okay? Now, Cups is to do with the water element, which is reflective of emotion. So do you see how much emotion we have? Now, that brings me to the elements, the weather. You may find collectively that we might have a lot of more water this week, as in a lot more rain than usual. Please God, don't let it flood again, but you know, a bit more rain than usual. Or you may find water restriction, right? Or overflow of water, right? So be sure to check your pipes and your geysers. Not saying that bad is going to happen, but it's just there's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of people releasing a lot of emotion as a collective. And especially in your home, if you have a lot of emotional people or a lot of emotional offload, it triggers the element of water to kind of go a little bit haywire. Okay, but for all intents and purposes, this card speaks about a coming together, a closeness, bonding. This is also a beautiful omen if you're wanting to move into a beautiful new happy home, if you're wanting to have children, if there's been rifts in your family and you want healing, this is a very good omen for that. Okay, I'm hearing support. We have a lot of support in the middle of this week. All right, let's get some elaboration from the enchanted map for the middle of this week. This one, Gentle Gardener. I absolutely love this card. Look at the granny, the wise old lady. I'm hearing the word ancestor, looking after her babies. Okay, I'm actually feeling a bit emotional with this one. Sorry. This is just making me think of my own gran. Oh goodness, sorry, do you see? Emotional outpourings. Okay, so this for me feels like our ancestors are really watching over us now. Because we're breaking so many emotional patterns. We're breaking free from traumas of the past. It's like the ancestors are saying thank you, because as we heal our own selves, they also heal. So it's like they're watching over us. Oh, sorry. Please excuse me. But this is clearly the energy we have this week. Okay, I want to read this card out. Where's the book? Here it is. Okay, take a deep breath. Card 2. Card 2. It says, the gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that you... And I don't edit my videos. So this is playing as is. I'm not editing nothing. Anyway, sorry, let's start again. The gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality that you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you and is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The gentle gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. How lovely is that? Ah, how lovely. Okay. Let's get some elaboration now from the Starseed Oracle. And let's see, what do we have for the middle of the week? We have portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Beautiful. Okay, let's read out the meaning of this card. Portal, very interesting. Okay, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? It says, doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the reward for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You are swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. Full bloom. The gentle gardener. Okay. Lost our place again. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. Now, as I'm tuning into the energy of this, please notice the various colors. It's like rainbow opalescent, and there we have rainbow energy again. Blending of colors. I'm asking Spirit, what is that all about? Blending of colors. Again, this is a lot to do with healing. So it's like in the I don't want to say in the beginning of the week, because we've been doing this now for weeks, if not months. Is shedding our old stories, letting go of our old patterns, letting go of our old ancestral, all that. We've been really letting go of that. And as we've been cleaning the slate of that, it's like we're jumping off what I'm hearing is a karmic loop, where lifetime after lifetime, year after year, it's the same pattern, it's the same story, over and over again. Now, it's almost like it's become too painful. Have you noticed? Like now, when you feel triggered, something comes up and the temptation is to go back into default reaction setting. It's too painful now to do that. So now we're reacting and responding very differently, which means we are creating a new way of being, which creates new portals that didn't exist anymore. Now, when I say portal, I mean future timelines for ourselves. Because as we on the same loop over and over, they show me literally like a record. You know those old, when the needle was in the record, it would get stuck and it would go over and over. But the moment you jump it, and the jump we don't like, the jump is the trigger. So as we jump, we in a new groove, we play a new tune. I hope that makes sense. But that's kind of like what's happening now on an energetic level. So in other words, new opportunities, where the hell did that card go? New opportunities, new storylines, new timelines, new ways of being are going to open up now because we're doing things differently. Right? Okay. Brilliant. I cannot wait to see the other side of this energy, my word. Okay, so that's middle of the week now. So middle of the week is looking phenomenal. Okay, so let's see how that translates now into the end of the week, Friday and the weekend. What weather do we have? The Two of Cups. Please notice all this emotion. Okay, so now this card is about, as you can see, partnership, right? Relationships, marriages, connection to others, right? So Friday and the weekend, healing. If you're wanting to meet somebody new, the weather is very good for that. If you're wanting to mend an existing relationship, the weather is good for that. So it seems the core of this week is really centered around relationships and our relationship with our own selves. Okay, beautiful card, beautiful energy. I'm also hearing the word sharing. Sharing energy with others. Okay, let's have a look at the enchanted map. What energy is here for Friday and the... they're all sticking together. Okay. Friday and the weekend we have goblins. Goblins. Okay, now this card speaks about fear. That little goblin that sits on your shoulder and says, you're not good enough. You're not worthy. Who do you think you are? Those are goblins, and goblins are born of trauma. They're a fear that are born of a trauma. So, as we go into the weekend, as we are connecting with others or reconnecting with others or mending our relationships, little goblin is going to pop up and say, are you sure? Are you sure this new person is who you think they are? Or do you think this person has changed? They're just fears. And when fears come up, once again, we get to play a different record. We get to play a different song. How are we going to respond differently? Are we going to respond the same old way? Okay? Or are we going to respond from a place of open-heartedness and love? That's not to say that we put up with nonsense, obviously, right? But what it means is check in with your body. I firmly believe that the body doesn't lie. Okay, the body tells you when there's something off. So if you're feeling like something is off, listen to that. Act accordingly. Okay, but they are literally just fears. That's all they are. They're just fears. Okay, let's get some insight from the Starseed Oracle for Friday and the weekend. Let's see. Jump in. Pronunciation. Andromedian energy adventure. Say yes to change. Jump in. Let's read out the message. I love that energy. Okay, let's see. Jump in. Jump in. It says Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy in the Milky Way. It's believed that on that place, starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Very adaptable. They have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you've been guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on earth really is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedians want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability and find a way to be the calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. Okay? Now, which brings me back to this card here. I'm hearing Spirit say you are loved and you are lovable beyond your wildest dreams. Okay? It is okay to love and accept yourself just the way you are. If you've just met somebody new, trust your body, trust your heart, trust how you feel. Even if this new love could be a rekindling of an old relationship or an old friendship, or even if you found a brilliant business partner, okay? Trust your body. If it feels good, go for it. But understand that your goblins are going to come up and say, well, you don't deserve that. You're not good enough. Me. Okay? Ignore these guys. These guys are born of trauma, remember? They don't need to be part of the record that you're playing anymore. Jump in. So whatever it is you're falling in love with, jump in. Okay? Don't let the goblins control you anymore. How beautiful is that? That is amazing. Okay, so let's get some further insight just to finish off this reading from the Gateway of Activation. Let's see, how can we sum up this week and what further guidance is here for us for this week? Which one? Oh, shuffle again. Because I always feel like I'm getting the same card over and over from this deck every week. But then again, I'm not surprised. It's because the energy has been very similar each week. All right, what guidance is here this week? Angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. Potent connection. Beautiful. I want another one because I feel like this week is quite deep and quite profound. I want another one. Gaia, gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. Okay, we'll come back to you. So coming back here, this speaks for me about support, that we are so supported, that we are not alone. Okay, let's see, angelic frequency. The message of this card says, angels are drawing close at this time, so be open to signs and synchronicities that confirm this. It's important for you to know that through your actions, choices, and service, you have upgraded your spiritual connection and your frequency. Rejoice, for you may be rewarded with abundance and blessings at this time, and you've been making choices that are not just for your own greater good, but for that of all those around you. Your guardian angel is with you now. They're bringing me back here. Our ancestors watching over us. Okay. Your guardian angel is with you now, helping you remember your infinite power and potential. Reach for the stars and trust that all the efforts you've been making, both internally and externally, will bring blessings and opportunities. The path you're on is aligned to your highest good, and the support you need is there for you. You are cherished by the angels. Okay? And then the next one we got was Gaia, gateway activation. Just look at that artwork. Rainbow again. Just notice that. Okay, let's see. What do we have here for Gaia gateway? Isn't Gaia the ultimate earth mother? Always watching over us. Okay, this card says, sometimes it is not our role to know how everything will unfold. When you draw this card, it's a reminder to trust the plan. The wisdom of Gaia is with you at this time, and you can enjoy the natural expansion that is taking place. You may have a tendency to go traveling and look to the stars for answers, but realize that the planet you call home has much to offer too. You have chosen to be here. This may not be easy to accept, especially if your current reality is a harsh one, but your current experiences are vital for your growth. The earth herself cannot escape the challenges that she's facing at this time. Learn from her strength. Learn from her yearning for a better future. Come back to her. She is your chosen home. How beautiful is that? When I tune into the energy of this, I just get the sense that we're so held. We are all, as humans, as a collective, we are all, as you know, upgrading, growing, expanding, becoming more and more of who we are. And that process is not easy as we shed our skins and we come out of our cocoons and we do all of this soul work that feels so intense and so unbearable at times, but we are now transforming all that karmic stuff, our ancestral trauma, the patterning, we are transforming it. And that is what we've all signed up to do here in this lifetime, is to get off this karmic loop of the same thing over and over. So we're telling a different story, we're growing, we're expanding, and Mother Earth is supportive of that because that's what she does too. Mother Earth is always growing, always changing, always evolving, and she's supporting us. I'm hearing, please, this week, connect with Mother Earth, however you wish to do that, whether you like to garden, whether you work with Earth's energetic grids, whether you like putting crystals in the earth, whether you like hugging a tree, whether you rescue animals, it doesn't matter. Give Mother Earth some love this week, right? And also the angels, the angelics, are with us all the time. They're always helping and guiding us. And these two together are quite a formidable force for us to work with. Remember, we are of the earth, I'm hearing. We are of nature, we are of the earth, and we are also cyclical beings too. So yeah, very deep, very heart-centered, very emotional week this week. So as I always say, drink a lot of water, stay grounded. What else should we be doing this week? It'll really support our journeys. What else can we do? I'm hearing music, sing, dance, write. Oh, creative. Do something creative to help you to shift the energy that might be sitting in your body a bit heavily. I'm hearing body aches. Bodies might be aching, feeling a bit sore this week. I'm also hearing heart fluttering. Huge energetic upgrade this week. Spirit is saying it's like we're almost there. It's like in the last contraction of a birth. We're nearly there. And then there'll be lighter energy after that. Here's hoping. Just from Debbie, not from Spirit. That's me. Anyway, I hope that's helped all of you. And thank you once again for being here. And thank you for subscribing and sharing and doing all the good things that YouTube people do. So sending you all so much love. Have an amazing week. Take care and keep well.